This doesn't feel right.
It feels oh so right, kind of. I'm really loving, like, hello, gorgeous. Like, who couldn't use that in their life every single day? Maybe you could just start saying that to me every single morning.
I mean, I basically
You
do.
do say things that are similar.
So
Anyways, where in the world are Justin and Ashley?
it's not Santiago.
First of all, welcome to the Life Unfiltered show. I am your host, Ashley DeWeese, along with my bearded beau, Justin DeWeese.
Hola.
And did you know, I think I mentioned this to you previously, but you probably forgot. This is our 20th episode.
Yeah, I knew that, bro.
0.
I knew that. You told me it. I remembered it. You could have been like, what's special about today? And I could have told
I didn't
you.
know really what to drag it out. It's our 20th episode. Super stoked. So since we knew it was going to be our 20th episode, we thought, why not take this show on the road?
Right. That's exactly what we did.
It's exactly what we did. And so we are in the good old town of Nashville, Tennessee.
And I am already at my quota of mothers and daughters in mini skirts and cowboy boots. It's ridiculous.
Before we go a little bit further, this episode is probably gonna be a little bit shorter than usual because we do have
we got
things.
guitars to strum. We got
cowboy hats.
Whatever else they do in this one cow town.
I don't know if it's a one cow town. It's pretty
you're right. I've already
a
couple cows.
But anyways, we are obviously not in our normal location, but it did work out nicely that it's the 20th episode and we're here somewhere else.
It's special.
We're in a Dolly Parton themed Airbnb, which is cool. Dolly Parton, my dad was a big fan. It's cute. It's all pink. The beard loves it.
And let me just say, there's two types of people in this world. People that have listened to all 20 episodes of the Life Unfiltered podcast show and losers. So
which
one are you?
Which one you are, but only you know in your heart. And if that's...
And it's a situation that can always be corrected if you happen to find yourself in the loser category.
Just go back and binge those babies.
Binge it right now.
We are here in Nashville, and this is really, again, I always say this is Life Unfiltered podcast. It's supposed to be like that all of the time, and it is for the most part, but there's just a lot of different things that we're going to run through, and we are in a little bit of a time crunch. We left as early as we possibly could with what we had gotten prepared before the morning hit.
And kids and all the things.
Right, and we did make a really good time. But I have a call with my clients tonight at 7 o'clock. It's like 6:15 when we're recording this. We didn't record it on our scheduled day. So here's a nug for you.
A little nug. Do things when you say you're going to do them. Makes life easier all the way around.
Couldn't have said it better myself. But yeah, like, firstly, just want to share, Nashville is the very first official place that we traveled to for a business event. When we first became entrepreneurs initially 9 years ago.
True story.
So that I thought about that on the way here today, and I'm like, this is kind of cool because we're at a
transition point.
A
pivot year, if you will.
So that leads me to say that is why we're here. We came to a one-day business event, which is happening tomorrow. So we drove up today, doing the event tomorrow, and we're gonna
drive home on Thursday.
Drive home on Thursday. It reminds me of the time in college when we just up and decided that we were going to drive to Denver. A group of us, a lot of guys, I think like 2 or 3 girls. We were just gonna drive to Denver and back to eat at Casa Bonita.
You gotta watch them cave divers, yo.
Because the food is shitty. I mean, I don't really remember. I shouldn't say it was shitty. It's nothing right.
I've been to Casa Bonita since
there's no reason that you would jump in the car and drive 8 hours to go to this particular restaurant, but they have indoor cave divers, and
it's just a spectacle.
It was fun along the way. We ended
up like Nashville.
We stole gas, but didn't really know it, or I didn't really know that's what we were doing. Like, I assumed the guy that was driving our car was paying.
Listen,
he says he assumed the guy in the other car was just paying for both cars, which, like, why would that be? The
statute of limitations is passed. Just own up to your.
I really didn't know, but
whatever.
You know,
the hood rat.
college doing hood rat things with my hood rat friends. Did that sound very,
By the way, that
very hood
Casa
rat?
Bonita, a really hood rat.
Yeah, so it's kind of exciting to be back here, although, we're not sightseeing, we're not vacationing, like it's nothing like that. It's truly like, we're here for business.
Business.
I mean, we're kid free for what, 48 hours, so.
Right. So there's gonna be some business.
Yeah, I'm a little slap happy because it's just been a really long day. I got like 4 hours of sleep last night. Just because there was a lot of little things that we needed to do to prepare for this
A
trip.
lot of T's to cross, a lot of I's to dot.
And that is one of the things I wanted to bring up is, first of all, high five for the planning and prepping and getting everything done to both of us. We've been talking about I really don't like this sitting next to each other. It's like
No, it's
sitting next
weird.
to each other when you go out to dinner. If you are
Well,
one of
if
those
you're like-
people, if you're one of those people that sits next to your significant other,
Live your life. Don't let Judge Judy around your parade. Okay. But in this situation, we're like, oh, I should be looking at the screen, but I want to look at you when I talk to you.
I know, like maybe we should just film the rest of it.
Oh, that would be super weird.
Nobody's doing it. Just
I'll do
saying. What are we even talking about? Oh,
Planning, packing,
packing.
all the things.
Yeah, there's just a lot to get done. And again, if we were currently hyper organized people, then perhaps we wouldn't be in this predicament where we had stuff to get done and whatnot.
I would say we're averagely organized people. I don't think
Yeah.
we're behind the curve.
I mean,
We're definitely not pressing anybody.
I guess they say that you're always harder on yourself than.
I don't know. I can be pretty hard on you.
Stop it. That was last week's episode.
Oh,
Don't worry, guys. We brought our personal development books, audio tracks.
Go back to episode 19 if you don't understand that joke, loser.
No, I don't know. I don't feel like I'm very organized at all, but I don't know. There's probably plenty of people out there that I'm more organized than. So
Right, it's a continuum.
And you shouldn't use that as a crutch ever. Like, oh well, at least I'm better than.
Yeah, for sure. Don't do that because I mean, we passed some dude that was staring at the curb looking for a nickel to materialize out of it. Oh, I'm more organized than him. That's not an accomplishment.
Where's the standard? Where's the standard? So yeah, like late night packing, finishing up some business things, kids. What?
Nothing. I enjoy my
You're
own
still
jokes. Make a nickel materialize. That's genius. I'm a gifted writer. I have a nice imagination. I can get things done.
So it was a nice little drive. The beard, he drove the entire way. Which
It's how I take care of my beautiful baby.
Did you say that like Elvis? Since we're in Nashville. Oh, beautiful.
No, I won't do that. We digress.
We digress. Yeah, so I don't like, but also do like road trips all in one thing. Like, I hate them. I really hit about the 3-hour mark. I'm kind of like, this really sucks. Definitely by like the 6-hour mark, I just want to be there.
Yep. I told her about the 3.5-hour mark. I was like, man, I feel like we've been driving a long time. We've gotten some good miles behind us. We're in the middle of nowhere, Missouri. I'm like, still got 6.5 hours left. That's pretty dope.
Right. But yeah, I don't know, like it gives us time. We're obviously the kind of people that like to converse. We've said that since episode 1. Like we like to chat.
We did not chat on this road trip. We did some chatting.
What is a chat? I know what a shart is.
I mean, chat is just the past tense of shit. Do you see what I put up with for 10 hours?
I shat my pants.
Yes. I apologize, gang. You deserve better than this.
He shat himself.
First day in the English language. That's what 10 hours in a car will do to you.
It is.
You lose your chat. See? I knew that'd get her.
So far we provided them with utterly no value
Oh, bullshit.
whatsoever.
Bullshit. They are laughing and enjoying this episode. If you're laughing and enjoying this episode, comment, like, shoot us a text, let us know.
There it is.
Prove me right.
No, but okay, so quick trip, right? Quick turnaround time.
Yeah, it's a long drive, but a quick trip.
Really stoked for the training that we have tomorrow. We'll kind of come back to that in a moment. But the first thing I wanted to bring up, beyond all of these other things that have popped out, is we've been talking about, we're working on this like these next level versions of ourselves, physically, mentally, that sort of thing. And
Truth.
today is day 34. When you're listening to this, who knows? But when we're recording this, it's day 34 of this project.
I found myself curious earlier. I was like, huh, I wonder how long I am in it.
Yeah, 34 days.
I've just been doing it.
Yeah, 34 days. 34 days that we have done it to a T.
100%.
100%. And that means here we are traveling. And, I've thought about this a lot as we knew this trip was coming up. There's part of me that I'm like, this is going to suck because, we haven't been to another city like this for anything other than like, I mean, we've been to local places for kids' activities, but we
went to
haven't.
Branson for dance.
Well, yeah. And we haven't been anywhere like cool. And so I was looking forward to this trip, looking forward to some time with just my bearded beau. But then it's like, damn it. We're leveling up our nutrition and our fitness. Were some of my thoughts. Because I'm like, it'd be cool to come and like go out to eat at some places, and not like go out to eat and have shitty food. But one of the things that we enjoy doing when we go places other than the norm, we find cool coffee shops. Although
we found an amazing taco place in downtown Indianapolis. I don't remember the name of it, but that little taco place we went to dinner like 4 times. Amazing.
But that wasn't like super healthy, but we like, but I'm just saying, like,
it's not the point.
We weren't looking forward to maybe like going out and eating like crap, but like it's fun to go find like what are their healthy places that they have here? Like where are their acai bowl places, the breakfast place? Like it's just fun, it's cool. And we are not eating any food on the road at all. Like we literally packed.
We're eating food on the road. We brought it ourselves.
They know what I mean. Like,
maybe they didn't.
We prepped and brought everything, like breakfast, snacks, lunches, dinners, everything. There will be no food put in our cake holes.
We're gonna carry our little cooler into the thing tomorrow.
I
dare somebody to ask me about it.
We might have time to actually come back, but anyways, it doesn't matter. We're not eating out. We're not doing the things. And some people might look at that as like, well, that's a real downer. And as I stated, I kind of was like, well, it kind of sucks a little bit. But honestly, it actually creates a lot less stress.
Oh, yeah. Because listen, if you've ever gone on a trip with this beautiful piece of ass right here, let me tell you, she loves finding those little places to eat.
And everybody loves them when I find them, FYI.
But man, oh man, the process of finding it. And then when you go to one and you pull up and she looks at it and goes, that doesn't match the pictures on Yelp. We're going somewhere else.
Look, I do not have a problem saying like I am bougie when it comes to places that we eat.
Super bougie.
When it comes to places that we stay, like Airbnbs or hotels.
Which is fine. Which is fine. I'm glad that you're super bougie and I'm glad that you own it. All I ask is stop asking me to do it. Because she'll be like, can you find some place to eat? Are you out of your mind? That's going to go terribly.
Yeah, I mean, there's still some things I need to work out in regarding like,
right. That's going to be part of the PD.
My emotional connection to some of these things. Because there's nothing worse than like choosing a place and then you roll up and it's like in a super seedy sort of part of town, or it just looks trashy.
I'm the kind of guy that walks down an alley in Vegas to get a foot massage. And it was amazing.
And text me, and I'm like, or I text it, I'm like, what are you doing? And again, he's at a work conference. This was like many, many years ago. In Vegas, early on in our marriage. And I was like, what are you doing right now? And he's like, oh, I'm getting a foot massage.
Well, I just said getting a massage because I knew that would get you.
This is like a game for him. He's like, I'm getting a massage. And I was like, What?
All caps, lots of exclamation points, lots of question
And
marks.
he was like, yeah, I'm getting a massage. And I said, like, what kind of massage and where? Because this was like evening time.
Oh yeah, it was like midnight.
And he was like, I'm getting a foot massage. And so my blood is just boiling. At that time, I had a lot of things I was working through.
A lot. She's grown significantly since then, gang.
And it's a journey. And so eventually, and by eventually I mean like 30 seconds later, he was like, chill out. He was like, there's this, little tiny Asian man who's
Like
pounding on my feet
99
right now.
years old, this dude.
And he like loves foot massages.
Oh, it
Like
is
that's his
the
favorite.
best.
But he was like, chill out.
And
He was
this
like,
guy
it's
was
a
a black belt.
little tiny Asian dude who's
Oh,
massaging my feet.
it
And
was
I was like,
magical.
I go picture now.
$10. That's
And
all I paid for that massage. And yeah, I took my cell phone and went and got Mr. Miyagi rubbing my dogs. It was magical.
sure enough,
Long story short,
and it wasn't just him. It was him
oh
and
no,
two of his coworkers
oh
that he was
no.
with that he convinced to like,
Yeah,
let's go get it. We've been on our feet all day. Like,
long story short, if I'm in the mood for something, cheeseburger, foot massage, whatever, I'm gonna go try that thing. And if you roll up and it looks a little shady and the alley's kind of dark and there's a couple guys that may or may not be Yakuza hanging outside front, you go in anyway and you try it. You may be missing out on the best cheeseburger of your life because you don't care for the outside ambiance.
sometimes I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
Sometimes I'm okay with
you
that.
miss out.
But yeah, so here we are. We just cooked. That's a perk. Just a little tip here, a little nug.
A little tippy tip.
Airbnb hotels aren't bad. You can still make things work at hotels, but like these days, a lot of hotels don't put a microwave for safety issues in the hotel rooms, and it's just a little bit more of a pain in the ass. So Airbnbs are nice because it's your home away from home, and you can actually cook. So
Got
like,
a little oven and microwave over there.
right,
Got a
we cooked the
fridge.
steak when we got here. I cooked my omelet, my veggies. But we did planning and prepping. We did a really good job, and we didn't do all of it on our own. Like my mom, who lives with us, she assisted us in a lot of that. But yeah, like we measured everything out. She cut up a bunch of our vegetables.
We're cocked, locked, and ready to rock.
We are, and so we just have to assemble and cook, and we're ready to go. And so that I'm really actually excited about that.
Well, look at you.
And it makes it easier to like adhere. It makes it easier to like follow our freaking plan because we have everything, it's
Choices
ready.
have already been made.
Because it is, it's doable when you're traveling to stay aligned with how you want to fuel your body. And if you're working on goals like we are, like to literally like stay exactly aligned, it presents more challenges if you're just showing up here and then needing to go and find things. Only because, going to restaurants, like it's up in the air, like what are they cooking stuff in? And you can ask specifically. I'm a huge supporter and proponent of, is that the right way to use it? Proponent?
Sure.
The proponent of
Just go, man.
like advocate for what you want, right? I want some grilled chicken with nothing on
Get
it.
it out there.
Don't cook it in any sort of oil, et cetera, et cetera. Like you can ask for that. Are they gonna do that?
When you can send it back if they do.
And you can, but I'm just saying.
Be like,
there's
listen,
a few more
I'm
challenges.
paying for plain ass chicken. Don't put nothing on it. You
So-
put something on it.
I'm not trying to say that you can't do it without bringing all of your food, but if you can bring your food, it's
a lot
actually
easier.
helpful. And again, we also just enjoy going places and doing a whole lot of nothing, to be honest.
True story.
Like, we don't necessarily need to get out and
If
walk
you're the kind
around
of person
and do
that makes a trip and has an itinerary of all the things you're gonna do, don't invite us. We're staying home.
that is true. Like prior to the vid era, going to all inclusives and things,
I vacation to relax, not to have a to-do
that
list.
was our jam. And people would always they would be like, well, what are you guys gonna do? And I'm like, we're gonna go from the pool to the ocean,
Right.
to the pool, to the ocean.
I don't care about the downtown shopping area, Cheryl.
I don't. I grew up that way though. I don't know how your parents were, but my dad was
TD likes doing things.
my dad was very like, we needed to do a lot of things. And
I gotta get my money
we didn't
out of this
necessarily,
vacation.
he wasn't like, we didn't have like a scheduled on paper itinerary, but like there were a lot of things that we were
Right.
gonna do, and we were usually like go, 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 a lot of it. And I love him. God rest
Well,
his
it's a miserable
soul.
way to live.
Well, he just wanted to give us experiences where we got to do and see a lot of things, right? So we wanted to take advantage of opportunities.
Sure.
But there's a trade-off,
Right.
right? Higher stress, all that jazz, stuff that you don't always want to do, that you're gonna
Like,
drag
you
along.
know, if you go someplace, like, here's what I suggest. If you go someplace, let's say you decided to go to St. Louis for vacation. It's weird, but whatever. Just do the Arch.
Yeah, like pick one thing.
Like, go
This
to
is
the Arch,
thing.
ignore Busch Gardens, don't go to the baseball game, don't do all the other things,
If
right?
you're like us.
Just do the one thing. And then spend the rest of your time at the pool, beach, whatever else, right?
Well, and just hanging out with your family or
Right.
with your significant other, whoever it is you're going with.
Unless they're a giant pile of a-holes, and then schedule all things so you don't have to talk to
Well,
them.
then I would ask you, like, why did you even like choose to go on a trip with them in the first place?
Well, because they're my family.
Yeah, but you don't have to go.
But I do.
But you don't.
Okay.
I mean, next big nug, like you can say no. You can set boundaries.
Except for you can't say no to listen to this podcast because it's
can't.
literally the best thing in your life.
It is. What else was I gonna say?
I don't know, but this better be your last thing.
I know, we do need to really wrap some things up.
We got a schedule for this trip. In spite of everything we just said.
I mean, it's a loosely defined schedule, but
listen, it's loose. Loose. Anyway, what's your other thing you want to talk about? The lifers are dying to know.
I don't know. I think it's fun to go new places. I think it's cool to like
that one. I'm just keep it fresh, keeping it moving.
We really had a ton of material that happened along the way these last 10 hours. That's how long.
Probably a good 24 dead armadillos.
What are you're like saying random things that aren't even
I'm just
true.
saying.
I just meant there were a lot of things that like we came out of our mouths in the car, in the truck. That,
Story,
like,
yeah. Well, we have
would've
lots of
made
good
for good material,
conversations,
but
right?
we do.
She was like, "Oh, we should just have microphones on all the time." I'm like, "We'll get them and we'll put them on, and
I don't want to live that life.
then we'll get canceled because some of the stuff is not fit for consumption by any other human being."
It's true, but you know what? Like, we're not going to get into this. We don't have time, but I am so over like cancel culture because a lot of times the things that we're saying are the things that you're thinking.
Oh yeah, no, everybody agrees with them. That's the thing.
It's just like, oh, but you don't say that.
There's one person that doesn't agree, and then they get everybody else riled up.
I mean, I just think sometimes the world would be a better place if people were just a little bit more.
We gotta laugh.
Authentic and whatever. You do. And you have to laugh at things that are inappropriate.
Right.
And under a typical circumstance, you wouldn't maybe.
You gotta be able to laugh at yourself.
Yeah, and each other.
Right.
We do that.
We do it all the time.
All the time. All the time.
All the time.
Okay, this is a short episode. Really, it was more humorous than anything with some few little like.
Well, it's like a 20-minute 20th episode. Boom.
Oh man.
That's amazing. You're welcome. Anyway, we're glad that you're here. We're glad that you've tuned in. We hope that you're not one of those losers that hasn't listened to all the other episodes. If you're not, go do it. Like, comment, share, tell your friends about this. They need this in their life as well.
And as always, if there is some kind of topic that you would like us to throw into the mix,
man, let us know.
Let us know, because we would love to talk about more things that maybe we just haven't thought of. And
you'll see brand new facial expressions out of her when we have a topic and I just throw something on there. She'll be like, "What?"
Just another day in the life. So anyways, thanks for listening, thanks for sharing, thanks for following, and we will see you next week back in the Little Lab.
Peace out, Boy Scout.